Well, hello there, and it is Auntie, and I am here to do my review on 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After, Season 4, Episode 2. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, everybody needs a sweet old auntie, right? Having one, it just would be nice. Cause everybody needs a sweet old auntie, right? So welcome to Auntie's Advice. Welcome to the family. And to all of my nieces and nephews who have been here with your auntie for the long haul, thank you for your continued support. Okay, y'all, I know that What's Now is on right now, and a whole lot of people ain't going to be out here, but I had to come out here and get this party started right. And y'all know this party's getting started quickly, right? Y'all, tonight's episode was a hoot, okay? It was a complete hoot. Now, we're going to go ahead on and get into this. Thank you so much to my moderators who are out here tonight. I'm sorry that I did not call y'all, but I was like, let me get my butt up out here and get this goddamn review done so I can get to bed, okay? Alrighty now, y'all. I got to put my glasses on because your auntie went on and took some cotton freaking notes. Now, I don't know if the notifications are on, but I tell you what, we are on. But when you subscribe to the channel, make sure that you hit that bell twice. YouTube has been having a problem with the notification. So, a lot of people are not being notified when I upload videos. But just make sure that when you subscribe and you hit that notification bell, hit it again so that you can make sure that you know when I am live and in living color. So we're going to go ahead on and get started on this daggone review of Happily Ever After, shall we? Yes, we shall. I'm not gonna do this in order of how it was on the screen. I'm gonna do it in order of how these mofos shine, or showed up tonight. So the first couple I want to talk about is Andrei and Elizabeth. Okay, so basically, Andrei and Elizabeth are going to the hospital, to get their ultrasound. She says she's 18 weeks or 16 weeks pregnant, and they are going to find out what the gender of the baby is. During normal circumstances, she would have taken her family with her. But Andrei said, you know what, this our baby, this our business. It's enough of them mofos in our business, and I don't want them mofos in our business. So we're going to go ahead on and do, this ultrasound and everything on our own. Thank you so much for the super chat. Atta girl, Auntie, thanks for all you do. You're so welcome. Thank you so much, Liz Moore, for the super chat. So, they go to the ultrasound and everything, and she's saying, she wants it to be a boy. I guess because there's so many girls in the family, but she has a lot of brothers as well. But she wants the first baby to be a boy. Andrei said he believes that it's a girl, but, as long as, the baby is healthy and fine and all that, he good to go solo. It doesn't make him a real big difference. And so, we see them laying there, she's laying there and they're telling her that, the baby is fine. All the toes are there and the spine is, all of us has been through, ultrasounds. We know what they tell us, about the spine and the hands and all of that. And everything looks normal. And so, the nurse is like, seems like the baby is hiding from us. And, let's see. And so she searches around, and finally, Andrei and Elizabeth find out that they are having a baby girl. He is ecstatic. He knew it. He didn't say, I knew it, you know what I'm saying? But he wanted to. So I'm just going to go ahead and say it for him. I told you so. And so, they find out they're having a little girl, and so they're going to now have a reveal party for the family. I thought that was a little backwards because usually, you get somebody to put it in an envelope and you are the one that's surprised, but they're the ones that's going to surprise the family because Andrei doesn't feel a part of the family. He feels like, they're all in his business and everything. And so, he doesn't want them involved. They, the next time we see them, they're still complaining. Andrei is still complaining about, the family being all up in the business. And they going to this reveal party. The sisters are there, and they're saying that they basically feel like he's not appreciative of the things that they're doing. Daddy, Big Daddy, is paying for everything. He is paying for their way of life, and it is what it is. They're living in a 3-bedroom house with no rent, nothing. Your daddy is the one that's basically your employer. So every dime that comes into your house is a result of daddy. But Andrei is resentful of this. He doesn't like the fact that, he feels like Big Daddy is throwing it in his face. So he's uncomfortable, about being around the family. And he's adamant that the things that he can control, he said, damn it, he's going to control it. And so we see them go over to, we see the family preparing everything, with girls and boys, because they really don't, they don't know at this point what the baby is going to be. And it seems like the whole entire family is involved with what is going on. And they come in and, and she's giving that same old spiel about the family being in her business because Andrei is not working and not pulling his weight. Now, as I recall last week, she was the one that was telling her sisters about how stressed out she was and how Andrei wasn't pulling his weight. So guess what, boo? If you don't tell your business, they don't know your business. So anyway, they go over to the gender reveal party and everything, and everybody, the family's all gathered around, and there's food prepared and all of that, and they go outside and they pop the thing up, and they're having a girl, and so the whole family is happy about it. Big Daddy said he just feels like Andrei had told him that he was going to get a full-time job and all of that. But he had to get his green card. He said after he got the green card, he still hasn't stepped up to the plate and done the things that's necessary for him to be the man in charge. But you know what? At the same time, she's going to do that. One of the sisters gave her, they recognized that his parents were not there, and they had a nice little Moldova flag out there and everything. And I thought that was really kind of the family to try to include his family, even though they could not be there. And and then they had a little gift for him, and the gift was a t-shirt, and on the t-shirt it said, "I got a little Moldova in me." She said that she felt like that the shirt was a little kinky and everything because she got a little Moldova in her. Okay. I just was like, how did you get that out of that? And so, Andrei tells the family that he's going to step up to the plate and that, he's going to be the man that he needs to be, and he wants to do this all on his own. He doesn't want daddy's graces anymore. He doesn't understand the value of family. He doesn't understand that just because daddy is doing all this, that he is indebted to him. But you can be appreciative and you can be thankful. But Andrei is just not that thankful, appreciative person. So he just acting like a butthole like he usually does. So let me see if I wrote anything else about them. Let me see. Andrei dad said that Elizabeth's dad said that Andrei doesn't have a plan. And I really don't believe that he does have a plan. He just seems like, he's all over the place, and he has these dreams of grandeur, and he's more angry than he is anything. Y'all, I'm trying to get this glare off these glasses. But he's more angry than anything else. So anyway, we're going to go ahead on and move away from those crazy mofos. The next person that I want to talk about is Jay and Ashley. Jay said that he was going to thank you so much, Laura, for the $1.99 super chat. So, Jay is, he done messed up. He done messed up. Okay? He has messed up with Ashley. Him going on Tinder and swiping left and swiping right, he did not count up the cards that he did not already have his adjustment papers in place. See, he thought that, coming over here and marrying Ashley and all of that kind of stuff, that, that was enough for him. He didn't realize that he hadn't had his adjustment papers done yet. So now this mofo is, basically, he's got to backtrack because Ashley found out 3 days after they were married that this mofo was cheating on her. So now he's got to go to the homeboys in the hood because he has to find out what he needs to say and do in order to keep his tail over here. Now, as we said last week, hashtag say what you got to say to stay. He's now got to go to the homeboys so they can help him get more things into his his staying vocabulary and his staying line. And so we see, Jay at the beginning of the episode. Love you too. We see Jay at the end of at the beginning of the episode, still trying to convince Ashley that he was, when he was on Tinder, that he wasn't trying to have any sex with anybody. The Tinder said, this is a way that you can meet friends and meet people and all of that kind of bull crap. And so basically, he goes into the barbershop with that same story. So, the homeboys are in there and everything. And, they go to start asking him questions about, what's going on with him and Ashley and all of that. So he, tells the dudes that he basically was on Tinder and he was swiping left and swiping right and calling people and meeting up at the local McDonald's or whatever, allegedly, and doing all the little stuff that he do. And so, he was trying to act innocent and trying to say that, he didn't realize that this was an app. So the homeboys was like, oh, no, come on, man. We grown men. We men around here. We know we on a dating app. We're on the dating app because we're looking to date or to, knock them boots. So Jay goes on to say, first of all, he makes an excuse and he says that his dad was what did he say his dad was? He said his dad is a gullus. My dad is a gayless. Someone who picks up girls. He said that this is in his DNA. Now, when we met, his dad had a heavy sack. So we knew the dad had a heavy sack. So we figured that Jay's sack was heavy. But we figured that when he came over here to the United States, that he would kind of dump some of that load about his sack, but he didn't. Instead, he took the sack and released some of the things, some of his gifts and his goodies over, some girls' houses, allegedly, by swiping right and swiping left on Tinder. And so then, after the homeboys, tell him, look, you can't mess up like that. You need to hit. Look, we're gonna go ahead and spoon feed you these lines. So the homeboys at the barbershop tell Jay, here, this is what you say. You tell her that I want to buy you nice things and I want to do nice things for you, but I can't do that without my green card. So you need to go ahead on and do my status of adjustment or my adjustment of status so that I can be able to buy you all the things that you need to do. That's going to work for her because, women, all women, according to men, are materialistic and we want this and we want that. And so, if you buy us something, it's going to satisfy. So Jay was like, that sounds real good. So the next excuse that Jay uses is that his family never talked about marriage. He thought that marriage was only for rich people. And now that he's in the United States, he sees that he needs to make an adjustment in his thinking, okay? An adjustment in his status. That he needs to at least wait until he gets in his adjustment in status to start cheating on Ashley again. Now, I think he's a complete and total idiot. All right? Okay, now that's my opinion. But as nasty as she is and the doggish stuff that I've heard that she has done to people, i.e., the guy that owned the house that she's living in right now, I don't care what he do to her. He could drag her up and down the street. He could do whatever he want to do to her because that's one nasty, lying, allegedly. Well, no, not allegedly because she says she gets paid to lie. So she has already announced that she is a liar. So only rich people get married. Jay didn't know that marriage was all of this. He didn't know he had to make the adjustments. The guys are looking at him and saying, come on, man, 3 days after you married to somebody, you cheat. That's not what you do, brother. So now you're going to the green card. So Jay goes to the Chinese restaurant, okay? He got his hair cut. Now, as many of you all know, African American men, y'all know when y'all get them tapers and get that face shaped up and all that stuff, those haircuts are not cheap. So I don't know where he got the money from that from, but he, goes off and he goes home and he picks up some Chinese food because this is Ashley's favorite food. So Ashley comes in the door straight from work and, Jay has, some Chinese food sitting for her, sitting there waiting on her on some china. Ashley walks into the house, don't even wash her hands, and sits straight up on the sofa and start eating the food. Now, if she washed her nasty ass hands, We didn't see that part, so I'm assuming that the part that it didn't exist. She comes straight in the door from work, from being on her steering wheel and doing all of that kind of stuff, and walks straight up in there and pick that plate up and pick up that fork and start eating. I was like, you nasty as hell. Why wouldn't you go and wash your hands before, wash your hands, refresh your face and everything? You've been at work all day, right? So Ashley goes on to say that her and Jay, although they're staying in the same bedroom, that they're not, having sex like they used to. Okay, because allegedly Jay is sleeping with other people. Isn't that the word out on the street? Isn't that the word that you put out on the street? That Jay's sleeping with other people? Why would he desire to be with you? I mean, he got a big sack, but he done dumped some of that sack. So the sack ain't that heavy no more. So, let's go ahead on and keep it all the way 100. You trying to make it seem like it's because you don't want to have sex with him, and you talking about because the kids, I don't want the kids to know that we are not, sleeping together. We're not staying in the same room. What the hell? I didn't even think, allegedly, according to rumors, your children don't even live with you. I mean, baby daddy, call me back. Baby daddy, email me and let me know. Because, But I said I wasn't going to get into that stuff this time. I said I wasn't going to get into it, but I still got So, basically, Jay sits there and he reads off his little script that he got from the fellas at the barbershop. He goes on to tell her that, he wants to buy her things and he doesn't have a whole lot of money. And this is why you got the lunch special from Hoonkangs down the street. But you know what? If you change my status, my adjustment in status, then I can go ahead on and get you Chinese food from Grace's. And so, Ashley is like, well, you know what? You reckless. You're a cheater. You this, you that, and you nick and that. And so I don't think I'm going to change your adjustment in status because I got to take care of you and be your sponsor for 10 years. And 3 days after we got married, you already cheated on me. So Jay's little strategy from the barbershop, his little barbershop strategy didn't work out for him. Not this time. But as we all know, there was, allegedly some divorce papers that was filed and that she didn't change the status of adjustment. I call BS on the whole entire play. Because there ain't no way in the world that he would still be over here if his status has not been changed. Because you only got a certain amount of period, you know what I'm saying, to make that status and that adjustment. And that adjustment in that status. So I call BS on the play. Now, allegedly, there was some divorce papers that were put out, on the World Wide Web. And I believe I saw it on one of them little reality TV or Starcasm or one of them. I saw the paperwork. And I just called BS on it. This is not the first time that we've seen divorce papers from Ashley for a divorce that never happened. Now, I understand that she had a birthday party in New York. But he was in New York. So if they split up, what's going on? Then they say they're not together anymore. But somebody had a picture of his car sitting in front of her car, sitting in front of the tattoo shop. Why the hell are you lying? You don't even have to lie. But again, because you're irrelevant and you really don't have anything going on with you this season or last season, you got to make up your own stuff and then blame somebody for it. Girl, bye. Sit that ass down. I say, you know what? Again, this, as far as I'm concerned, this is a process of elimination, boo. You are the one that has the problem. But okay, I ain't going to go down that road. I'm just not going to go down that road. I know that Paola and Russ was on this episode. I did not look at, listen to, or hear, see, smell, taste, or nothing. Now, one thing that they did, I made sure that I fast forwarded through every scene that they had. So, unfortunately, I will not be able to give you any updates on Russ and Paola this season. This season. So the next person I want to go ahead on and talk about is Colt and his mother, and Larissa. Y'all. We see Larissa. She's sitting out in the car, right? Because you remember last week she left out. She was all dramatic and everything. She goes out into the producer's van. And she says that she has to say some things that, may cause her hell in the house. So she goes on to tell the producer that, Debbie don't like her. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure out that Debbie doesn't like you. She believes that Colt and Debbie are conspiring to get her up out of there. Okay? Yeah, that's Debbie damn show doing it. Debbie wants your ass gone, okay? So when she sits down in the van and she talks about the things that's going on in the house and how her life is in hell and how she feels like a prisoner, the whole thing that I'm thinking about is, where the hell is Carmen? Where's her publicist, Carmen? Where's Carmen? What the fuck happened to Carmen? So she really didn't say anything in the van. Nothing that she hasn't already said as far as I'm concerned. In the meantime and in between time, Colt and Debbie are in the house. Now, Debbie, you's an instigating little yellow shirt wearing ass somebody, okay? Debbie stands there and tells Colt she's mad at me because I told you not to replace the ring. So Colt said he feels uncomfortable. He wished he had never called the police. He's got hell going on in his household. He wants to be able to have a relationship with his wife and be able to talk to his wife like an adult. But you coming up in there with all this sarcasm and all this kind of bullcrap. You acting nonchalant, uncaring. You're not compassionate whatsoever. So how the hell do you think that you're going to be able to have a decent conversation with Larissa? Larissa's hot-tempered and you have no temper. You just want to try to make Mama Debbie happy. Now, to me, this is almost sickening. Now, and it ain't that I'm on Larissa's side. It's just that I'm a woman. And I know if I was a woman living in a household like that, I couldn't take that BS either. Okay? I would be kirking out too. Every 5 minutes. Cole says he doesn't know, when she's up, she's down. He just doesn't know. And he wants, he feels responsible. You are responsible. And so, Larissa comes back in the house and Debbie makes a shady ass comment and says, I was wrong. You should get another ring. Debbie, ain't nobody asked you anything. Nobody asked you a damn thing. And I could not understand why Debbie even opened up her mouth. Why the hell is Debbie there? Because Colt doesn't want her to live alone? Get the f out of here. I'm so done with them, I don't know what to do. Larissa says being with Colt is like hell. Okay? She says that Debbie and Colt are, She says that she would never put Colt in jail. So, she's going on and dwelling on the fact that Colty called the police on her. But Colty is guilty for doing it. But guess what? If somebody acting a damn fool, then you know what you need to do? You need to do what you need to do. If calling the police was the thing that got her up off your back, then that's what you need to do. Larissa is making everybody in the house responsible for what she did. When you buck up and you get froggy and you leap, you either going to leap on a lily pad or your ass going to be in the water in the pond. Okay? You get froggy, go ahead on the leap. But let's just see what happens when you do. And this is a repercussion of her actions, not a repercussion of Colty's actions. If you are as angry and bitter and mad and salty as you appear to be on TV, I don't blame him for calling the damn police on her. Larissa says that if you do anything bad to her, she'll divorce Colty. Because her and Colty are now sitting in the backyard, okay? She's rude and nasty to Colty. She tells Colt was like, Larissa, I shouldn't have called the police on you. I'm sorry. I'm your husband. I'm trying to be here for you or whatever. And Larissa's like, you want the sexy wife. You want me in sexy clothes. You want me in sexy lingerie. You know, you big fat nasty little dick having mofo. You know, you want the sexy wife. You got to pay. Where the dollar bills at? You know, you are my sponsor. So Colt was like, wait a minute, I ain't signed anything saying that I needed to buy you new dresses and thousands of dollars in makeup and Botox and plastic surgery and breast augmentations and Brazilian butt lifts. I didn't I did not sign a damn thing saying I was in. You see me and Debbie ain't got but 2 damn shirts. Here you got a summer outfit on and I got a full-fledged sweatshirt on with sleeves. So bitch, you know I don't have no money. So Larissa's like, so what do you want me to do? You want me to walk around and ask people, you know, I'm a stripper. You want me to be a stripper? That's what you was doing, won't you? Allegedly. Won't you a stripper before? Then you ain't got to teach the old dog no new tricks. Get your ass on out there and get up on that pole board, swing it, drop it like it's hot about that mofo, okay? Look like make the pole look like a candy cane, boo. Bring the red, white, and okay? Do what you gotta do. But she wants Colty. She believes that Colty needs to spend all this money. Who the hell wants to spend some money on somebody that you can barely talk to and treat you like a piece of trash on the street? Don't nobody want to be with somebody like that or support somebody like that. Come on, Larissa. Come on, get your damn self together. You know, she's like, you know, you want a beautiful woman, but guess what? Beauty ain't everything, boo. It's not everything. So Larissa, you know, is basically worried about deportation. That's the only thing that Larissa continued to keep talking about, the deportation. Now, one time did I hear Larissa say that I love Colty. Now, one time did I hear Larissa say that I want to be married to Colty, that I really want him to be my husband. The only thing that Larissa is worried about is being deported back out of this country. It just seems to me, it appears to me that there is something more that Larissa had on her mind when that ass flew on here. Okay? When she came into the United States, it just appears from the things that she's saying, in my opinion, allegedly, that Larissa had other plans. Larissa has not one time said that she loved Colty. The only thing that she has been worrying about is being deported and getting that damn green card. That's it. And so when people are out there on social media in different places and saying things that they say about Larissa, this is really showing. See, this is the backside of what we've already seen play out on social media. This is the backside. This is the research that TLC is bringing to the table for us, okay? They're bringing the definition, okay? The reason behind everything that has happened. They are allowing us to see what transpired from point A to point Z. And now we really see Larissa's true colors. The previous season, we saw Larissa as a victim. But now we see who really is the victim. Or it appears who really is the victim. Because I'm not sure that the damn victim is Larissa. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, y'all, when y'all come into the room. Appreciate that. Love y'all. So anyway, you know, the next day is Larissa's court day. And, you know, she's nervous. She says she's sick on her stomach and all of that kind of stuff. And, you know, she's walking around the house making everybody miserable as dog. Everybody. Colt said he has to go to work. He's not going to go to court because if he show up, they may bring his fat ass up there and make him testify against her. Colt, that ain't happening, but okay. Whatever. He doesn't want to admit to anything. He doesn't want to be responsible for the actions that he took as well. You know, the day before all of that, instead of him taking Larissa to dinner, this bitch shows up in the car and he got Mama Debbie with him in the front with that same old yellow shirt on. Him and Mama Debbie go out to a Mexican restaurant. And Mommy Debbie, I swear it looked like to me that Mommy Debbie was blinking her eyes. It looked like Mommy Debbie was on a date. I was like, the hell is going? The hell is Mama Debbie going? Now, y'all tell me in the comment section, did it look like Mommy Debbie was on a date? Her and Colty was holding each other's hands and his thumbs. You know how you rub, you hold hands with somebody, and the person comforts you with their thumbs. I could have sworn I seen that mofo's thumb sliding up and down on Debbie's, like, I said, the hell is going on here? Mommy Debbie got that on margarita. Got to sipping up on that margarita like. Y'all know y'all saw. Don't talk about me. Y'all know damn well y'all saw Mama Debbie sipping up on that margarita like it was the last mofo margarita she was gonna ever have in her yellow shirt wearing ass life. Mama Debbie was up on that margarita like. I said, but is Mama Debbie flirting with her son? Colty apologizing, and I just want everything to be, fine. Now, see, this is Colty when he's, when he's calm. I want everybody to be fine in the house, and, I'm sorry that you're going through this and everything. And this is Colty when he's mad. And I really do, Mom, want you to be happy and to, And the Mama Debbie was like, I'm too old for this. I ain't got time for this. Mama Debbie, you making time for it because you in all the business. You're in all the business, Mama Debbie. All you got to do is sit your little ass down and be quiet. But no, you got something to say. Well, I was really upset about the rings. Bitch, you didn't buy the rings. It came out of his junior account. Remember? Don't y'all got an account together? Then he got a junior account. The one they get to little adolescents. With $2.50 in it. You didn't pay for the ring, Mama Debbie, because you ain't working nowhere. You's a retired ass woman who's sitting at home all day, meddling in your son's business and not making your son take accountability for the stuff that he's got going on in his life. You don't like Larissa. You sat there at the table and told Colty that my whole life has changed since this bitch been here. And one thing that Larissa has said that I believe is true is you jealous of the relationship. You see your son walking away from you. You hear that bed squeaking at night, and you hear that going at night, and you got an issue with it because you ain't got nobody in there pulling your slot machine. Come on, Mama Debbie. Tell the truth and shame the devil up in God's house. You straight up need to mind your business, but you sitting up at the table and you blinking your eyes with your son, and then you going to sit up there and cry and play like, you the victim. Let me tell you something. Ain't no victims really in none of this. All three of them are playing their roles and playing their part in the demise of this relationship. But all Larissa want right now, honey, is, okay, all Larissa want right now is that green card. So she said, I got to go to court. I got to go up here and find me a sluttish/hoish type outfit. So just in case the judge is, a male judge and he, kind of old and he ain't got no wife or nothing, I got to see if I want my outfit to be like this or if I want my outfit, if it's a woman judge, if I want my outfit to be like this. So maybe I'll go in the middle, you know what I'm saying? And just go in the middle and have it like that. She can't decide which outfit she wants to be. But it was mighty funny when I was looking at the whole thing. Just about every outfit she pulled out had a tag up on that mofo. So Colty buying something. Colty buying something don't look like you stripping. It look like to me, you're stripping more now. From the pictures that I be seeing. Your butt cheeks out, your ass out. Everything is out, your breasts out. You get every time you, girl, bye. This is the life you wanted to live. This is the life you wanted to live. And so what Jay is doing is he is saying what he got to say to stay. And you're laying where you got to lay to stay. Allegedly. So he says that, Debbie's going to go ahead and take Larissa to court because, he's going to work and, because he doesn't want to be the one to testify against his wife. And so, but he's going to be waiting, on bated breath to see what happens. And even though Larissa's not getting along with Debbie, Debbie is good enough to take that ass to court. I wouldn't take her nowhere. I would tell her, you better get the fastest Uber that you can get, boo. And then, basically Larissa said everything that has happened to her is Colty's fault. No, it ain't Colty's fault that you lost your temper. It's not Colty's fault. Because the way you get up and you walk out of situations was you in the middle of a conversation, you're hot and you're cold, you're in and you're out. Debbie's like, we got a couple of days when we get along, and then all of a sudden we don't get along no damn more. So I don't understand what in the hell is going on. So anyway, the next couple that I want to go ahead on and talk about is Pedro and Chantel. So Pedro and Chantel, the poor things, bless their heart, they are really trying to stay together, okay? They are really trying to stay together. Thank you so much for the super chat, Betty J. Crocker. Betty Paige Crocker. Thank you so much, boo. So Chantel is still in a position where she is, still angry with her husband, Pedro, about the fight at the house. She blames Pedro for what has happened. Everything that has happened. She believes that he's the one that instigated the fight. And, she doesn't see any fault in anybody else. So they riding in the car, basically, to come home from Savannah. Chantel's driving Pedro on the side. And so Pedro said, you know what? I thought about everything, And after I done cried my last tear, because I'm not crying no more over your ass, I made a decision that, you know what, we don't have to move to Savannah because the problem is not where we live, it's the people. It's basically your family. So Chantel was like, okay, so then what you gonna do about it? I don't understand what you're saying. What are you gonna do about the Pedro? What are you gonna do? So Pedro is like, I'm gonna go head on back to the DR. And that's not the answer, Cassia. I can't believe that you want to go back to the I still want you to get here and everything. I just go our way. I'm a sexy fun thing. I got the big old boobs. I got my titties inflated and all that kind of stuff. And I just need you to just apologize to my family. That's all I need you to do. So Pedro was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead on back to DR. She was like, well, why do you want to go back, Aisha? So Pedro was like, I want to go back to family because I want to see my sisters. I want to, I want to see my friends. I want to see all those people. And, fuck this. I don't want to be here for this no more. So Chantel is not feeling this. So, she's saved by a ring. Her mama calls. Hey, Chantel. Hey, mama, how you doing? I'm doing good, baby. How is good? School is good. Okay. Well, mama, before you say anything else, you're on the car phone. Everything you say, Pedro can hear because Pedro is on the passenger side. So, Mom, don't say nothing fucked up because this man is sitting here on the other side. Understand? Comprende, mama? Comprende? So, the mama's like, okay, comprende. Hey, Pedro, hola. So Pedro was like, oh, hola. So she like, Pedro, you gonna come over for Thanksgiving dinner? My casa is your casa. My casa is your casa, Pedro. Pedro was like, Pedro hate them. So she was like, Pedro, mama said your casa is our casa. So Pedro's like, I heard what she said. Your boy is my boy. Your fight is my fight. The mother be lunching. She'll say anything out her mouth. She don't know what the hell to say. So anyway, so Pedro, so the mother was like, hello, Pedro? Because Pedro ain't say nothing. So Chantel was like, he sleep. His ass want sleep. He just want to go on to that house for Thanksgiving dinner. at the end of the day, Pedro is not going to go to the house for the dinner because he does not feel supported by Chantel. He has said this numerous times, and he just wants out of the situation that they are in. And so the next day we see Chantel, because she can't get through to Pedro. We see Chantel go over to River. River up in the studio. It's a malamatikete, palamasamekige. I got to do much in it. I'm saying, I want to be a rapper. I want to be a rapper. Okay. So he doing this little thing, you know what I'm saying, up in the studio and everything. And Chantel is standing there, you know, she trying to bump her head and everything. You know, she like, I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. So River, I'm sorry, y'all, it's River in the studio. So she feels like she's lost her relationship with River because of the fight. She has noticed that there's been distance between the two of them. River said, look, I done lost a sister. I'm down one. And I thought that was like, wow. Okay? So River asks all the guys to leave out the studio so he can have time to speak with Chantel. He sits there on the sofa and basically won't even look her in her eyes. And so she wants to go on and she wants to tell River and reassure him that she does not believe that he's done anything wrong. But he said, here's the thing. I needed somebody to support me. I needed someone to talk to, someone to understand me. And you took his side. Now, I understand that you married Chantel, but still as my sister, you left with the enemy as far as I was concerned. And I don't know how to process this because I'm young and because we've been a family. So Chantel's like, if it was anybody else other than my husband, I would have been going to jail or they would have been going to jail. I would have been calling the police or doing whatever I needed to do. And so River is like, but that's not good enough for me. Because as my sister, I needed you to be there for me, and you weren't there for me. And I really don't want to have anything to do with him, nor do I want to have anything to really do with you. At this point, he's done with her, okay? And you can't be mad at him for being done with his sister. Because he doesn't have the you know. So Chantel sits there and she tells him that I don't want our relationship to be messed up. She says that she wanted Pedro to apologize. River said he didn't want an apology from Pedro. That's not what he wants from him. River want to go ahead on and finish that fight up. Okay? So, long to the short of it, their relationship is strained because of the fight. And it probably would be in anybody's family. And so the next thing we see is, Chantel's Thanksgiving morning. And Chantel, basically has already accepted the fact that Pedro is not going to go to Thanksgiving dinner. So she goes to Thanksgiving dinner and everybody's all coupled up and everything, you know what I'm saying? They had, some guy in there with all this long hair and I was like, the hell's going on with him? But anyway, so what, they're at the table and they talking about, why Pedro did not come. Because River didn't even want to do Thanksgiving dinner with Pedro anyway. They really don't want to be bothered with him. But, for the sake of family and for the sake of it looking right, he was invited. But nobody really wanted him there, and he didn't want to be there. And I don't blame him. I would have stayed home too. Ate me a little cheeseburger from Five Guys or something. And so, she's there. She's uncomfortable with it, and they start talking about the fight and about Pedro's behavior. And the father says, so they say, okay. Chantel makes an excuse and says that Pedro does not celebrate Thanksgiving. So the family was like, so is he Jehovah's Witness? He's not a Jehovah's Witness. He just ain't coming. So the father goes on to make an accusation and say that he believes that Pedro is on steroids because of the way that he acts. And so Chantel's like, he's not on steroids. He felt attacked or whatever. She's trying to, play both sides of this thing. And so the family is sitting there, and Mama decides that she's going to pull out her taser. Hold on, I wrote the name of what the taser was. So Mama Chantel pulls out Shocky the taser at the table in front of guests. Now, see, this ain't even funny anymore. What the hell? Can you imagine being at somebody's house Thanksgiving dinner and one of them mofos at the table pull out a taser? So she says that, this is a new form of vitamin C that's not found in milk. That's not funny. It was funny though. It was funny. But it wasn't funny. Because this has gotten completely and totally out of hand, and Chantel is caught in the middle of all this bull crap. And what she needs to do is she needs to forgive her husband. And she needs to support her husband. And not do it halfway. Because the problem is that she's bouncing in between both of them. Just forgive your husband for it. Let it be done. Him and River, do what they got to do, so that the family can be whole again. But your husband is not making a move because he doesn't feel supported. Can you imagine if you were over there? Can she imagine if she was over there with Nicole and Pedro's mother and they were treating her like that? She would be the same way. Okay? So the mother says that, Pedro going to the DR, that there's something up with that. She said, now, if he's over there, planting plantains that have a plantain business, then that's one thing. But why can't he tell her why he's going to the DR? What kind of business does he have that he can't tell her about? That's something that makes you go, I don't believe that he even has a business. I think that he just came over here strictly for the green card, in my opinion, allegedly. He came over here for the green card, like all the rest of them. The more that I look at this particular season of 90 Day Fiance, y'all, it used to be when you could look at these couples and you could really see love and that they really loved each other. And some of them really did stay together. But Larissa, Jay, and Pedro, it's written all over their face that they came over here for a little something more than love. I'm just saying. Write that down in the comment section about what you think they over here for. So the last person that I want to talk about is that god daggone Nicole. Nicole is a mess. We see Nicole at a playground, okay, with baby May. And she's swinging baby May back and forth and back. And she's having a good time. But the only thing on her mind, I got Azan on my mind. I got Azan on my mind. I got Azan on my mind. She can't even play with her daughter. She pushed her a couple of times. She get a little winded and she was like, I'm going to go over here and sit down. So she goes over and she sits down and, she brings up her little phone and she, boop, Azan comes on. Probably, wonder whether or not the Western Union. So she sits there and she talks to him about going on a vacation. We need to be together. Can't you say since, hey, since we've been together. Okay, y'all see I feel like singing. But anyway, so she tells Azan we need to be together. I can't come back to Morocco. You can't leave that mofo. So we need to find somewhere for you to go since everywhere your ass been going, your visa been denied. So she says, let me look up some things on here, some places on Google and find out where we can go and be together without you having to have a visa. So she's on there and she's scrolling through and she's looking at these different, countries and everything and where they could go. And then she said, well, you can't do Korea, And so He's like, yeah, that ain't gonna work out. I mean, we basically ain't gonna be able to do that because they put my ass out before. So the producer asks Nicole, so Nicole, why was he put out? I don't know. I don't know. What? What you talking about, Nicole? You know why the hell he got put out? She says that he went all the way over there with no visa. This is when allegedly he was supposed to be going to see somebody else, I guess. Allegedly. He get all the way over there and they deny him entrance into the country. Something shady as hell with that. Why is this mofo getting kicked out of every little country and continent what he got ties to? I'm just saying. So she can't be with him, so she picks a place, and I think she picked Geneva or something. What did she pick? Hold on, y'all. Let me find out what this dumbass girl picked. Grenada. Okay, Grenada. So basically, she's going to be financing this whole entire thing. She's going to be financing this, y'all. But she ain't got no damn job. She's saying right now she living with her sister and her brother Thomas. Y'all remember Thomas? She's living with them. So how is she taking care of baby May? Is she on Section 8? What is she getting for baby May? How in the hell is she pulling her weight? And I ain't talking about walking, from one corner to the other corner. I'm talking about how is she pulling her financial weight up in the household with her sister. Because it don't look like she missed a scrappling of food. So how the hell is Nicole pulling her weight? But Nicole says, you know what? You think you're going to be able to sex me? You think you're going to be able to kiss me? You think you're going to be able to hug me? Just the very thought of it made Azan. He was nauseous as hell. He wanted to cut that phone call all so bad. Just the thought of smelling her and sniffing her and seeing her, and tasting her and licking her salty ass, probably sweaty ass, salty ass cat. Azan don't want her. Azan want freedom. Okay? So, basically, she gets off the phone with him. She's excited now. She has something to work for. Because remember, she went to Morocco. She left her little barista job. So now we see Nicole the next day going to a temp agency. Got her a pocketbook and a glass of mofo water. She walks up in there and tells him she got an appointment with Anna Marie. So we like, all right, then let's see what happens. She goes into an appointment with Anna Marie. She's sweating and everything. Hot ass. She's sweating and everything. She goes into the interview with Anna Marie. She sits down at the table, across the desk from Anna Marie. So Anna Marie was like, okay, well, how are you? So do you have your resume? I'd like to see your resume. So Nicole was like, I don't have one. I don't even have one composed. I mean, what's a resume? So Anna Marie, after she picked her mouth up off the ground, was like, the fuck you mean you ain't got no resume? How do you come to a job interview and you don't have a resume with you? I didn't have time to put it together. So Anna Marie was like, all right then. Look, damn it. What can you do? Have you ever... What's your education? What high school? Do you have any skills whatsoever? Have you ever done any administrative work? So she's like, doom 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 doom. Bitch, answer the question. Have you ever done administrative work? So she started the line, say yeah, and then she told her, no, I haven't. She said, well, do you have any computer skills, Word, Excel, Access database? What have you ever done? She was like, well, when I was in high school. High school? So you don't have a college, and so you learned all your Excel while you was at recess? When did you learn to do in your snack breaks? Or when you was walking up in the hall, or in chorus? When did you get these skills? So she was like, so what is your education level? If you ever been to college, you have a college degree, some college, any college, technical school, vocational, trade. So she's like, no. When I got out of high school, I decided to have a baby. That was the best thing that I thought, that I could ever do. I mean, hell, I had a baby and her name is May. I usually tag her and bring her along with me for everything. But they just said, let her sit in the production, truck. So it looks like, you got a little bit. It says, since your ass ain't got a resume. So Anna Marie was like, so she was like, well, what do you want? What's your expectation here? What the hell you come in here for? And so she was like, I want a job, but I want the job to be temporary. And when I get the job, I don't want them mofos to think that I'm going to be consistent, that I'm going to be faithful, that I'm going to be reliable, that I'm going to show up on time. I don't want them to think that it's going to be long term. Look, this job, I'm working this job long enough for me to pay for me and my man because he ain't working. So, the producers was like, is Azan working? She was like, no. And they was like, well, what is he doing? He hanging out with his friends. I would beat the skin off my daughter if she ever thought that she would be financing and taking care of some man. This mofo is hanging out with his friends. This is sad as hell. I sat there and couldn't even laugh because I felt so bad for her. She gonna sit up there and say, I don't want them to think for 1 minute that I'm gonna be, on this job for a long term because I'm just making enough money for us to go on vacation because evidently my alleged Section 8 is not enough for me to be able to, because my sister probably charging me a little bit of rent, to stay with her, and I gotta eat, for 2 people now, me and May. So the lady was like, well, tell me, why, what is your reasons for not, being able to work full time? Well, I got a fiance in Morocco, girl. I'm going to live in Morocco with my fiance. So that's why I got to have this little part-time job. So she said, so you just everywhere. You just hither and thither and every damn way. You don't have no stability. Yup, that's exactly it. That's it. So Anne Marie was like, so Nicole was like, so when can I start? I'm such a qualified candidate. When the wicked was, Anna Marie was like, oh, the hell up. Skirk! I don't think we're going to be able to place your ass nowhere. You don't have any qualifications. Damn it, this is the hardest hire I've ever had to do. Hold on, let me go through this checklist for your ass. So basically, you don't have no job. You want a job, but you only want that temporary. You got your boyfriend living in Morocco. He hanging with his friends. You just want a 2-week job, but you want a year's worth of pay so you can go and hang with your boyfriend and get rubbed on because you said at nighttime that your ass get lonely and you need a little bit of feeling. You need a little bit of Marvin Gaye. Girl, if you don't sit your uneducated dumb ass down somewhere, you better. What the hell is wrong with Nicole and Nicole's family? Thank you so much, Ashley Jones, for the $1 super chat. You are taking care of a man that's hanging out with his friends in Morocco. You just went to Morocco and left that mofo $6,000. Azan ain't got to work for the next 10 years. You done already sponsored his ass. Okay? You've already sponsored him for a beauty shop that is non-existent. And you can tell it's non-existent because this mofo's hair is looking like Dragon Ball Z. The hell is going on with them? I was so disgusted with Nicole, I didn't know what to do. This girl is being had. She is being taken to the bank. And she loving it. All because she want to be rubbed on a hook. You talk about low self or goddamn esteem. This woman don't care nothing about herself nor her baby. But you gonna sit up there and tell me we need a vacation so I can get you to give me some loving and rub up on me and touch me. You simple. Let me tell y'all something. I can't wait for the new season, okay? Because these mofos have frustrated me to the point where I can't even hardly get a damn laugh out. I can't, and I want to laugh, but I can't laugh to keep from crying. These mofos are crazy as hell. And we are watching this all play out in social media. Nicole and Ashley, back in, I think a couple of weeks ago, had some little spat that was on, on Instagram, because something was said, and Ashley said that, basically Nicole was the embarrassment of TLC or something like that. And so, she got a lot of hate for, saying the stuff that she said about Nicole. But come on, y'all, we can't be enablers to this. Did y'all see this bullshit that happened? Did y'all see this? That this girl goes up into a temp agency and not even thinking about the care and the welfare of her child. The only thing she's thinking about is the care and welfare of a trip that she wants to go on, to be snuggled up, a snow bunny, a snow bear with some man with a jagged head who don't care anything about her. He don't care anything about this girl. And y'all got the nerve to be mad. Now, I don't like no damn Ashley. Y'all know I don't. But y'all got the nerve to get mad at Ashley about that? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on. Now, between her and Daniel, you know what? Let me stop. Y'all, this is my review. I thank you all so much for being here. Auntie, don't forget she sends Azan money weekly. Yes, she does love _goddess. And it's a shame, what you say, in Muslim countries, little girls are married off at 4 years old. Oh, that's disgusting. I dated a girl for over a year before I met the kid. That's a long time, but it's totally reasonable. You can just bring dudes in and out of a kid's life. But she bring him in and out of the kid's life, because guess what she said? She calls him daddy. She calls him daddy for little baby May. Oh, what a tangled goddaggone web she's weaving. This man don't care nothing about Nicole. And if he ever marries her, it'll be for the sponsorship. It will be for the sponsorship. I don't know why the people in her life are enabling this kind of behavior. Nicole little ass needs to hit the damn curb. She needs to know what it really is to struggle with a child. And I know her family want to be there. I know they do. But one thing about it, y'all, she ain't living back in Robalie's house. Robalie and her husband was like, the bitch ain't coming back up in here. She nasty as hell. Y'all remember how her apartment looked? Robalie said, I ain't bringing that, hell no. I love her, she my child. But damn it, she can't come back up here. She ain't living with Robalie. And she ain't living with her daddy and his wife either, his new wife. All of them. You got to wonder why parents won't let you come back in. Because you probably burned so many damn bridges. You spending all your money going over to Morocco, and you gonna get this mofo $6,000 for an invisible beauty salon? And you thought that we were gonna buy that? And then you tell your sister it's a salon. I mean, ain't no big thing. But then you gonna sit there in your confessional and say that you was telling a lie? There is no salon? So what do with the $6,000? Then she gonna sit up there and talk about how stressed out Hassan was for the wedding. He was stressed out because the bitch ain't had nothing but $500 to contribute to it. He was stressed out because he just needed you to go ahead and release that $6,000. And the only reason why you left Morocco was because your visa expired. If not, you'd have still had your dumb ass over there. What a dummy. And then we scared to say what we really feel about this situation? I'm not scared to say how I really feel about any of these situations. Because when you put your mofo life out here on display for us to see on television like this, we're going to do a review on it. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. I talked to somebody today that was saying, you know what, Auntie, I don't even watch 90 Day Fiance no more because season 6 was so sickening. I don't even watch it anymore. I started watching it. I was disgusted with it, and I'm not going to pick it back up. I might come out and look at your reviews, but we can keep it funky and we can still be friends and talk to one another, but I'm not doing 90 Day Fiance anymore. A lot of people, because of the stuff that has gone on this show, are just like done with it. They don't want to, they just don't want to be involved anymore. And the ones of us that are out here still looking at it, some of us are barely hanging in there. But it's stuff like this that makes your stomach turn. When you see a young girl, and you know what, TLC is not responsible for the decisions and stuff that Nicole makes in her life. They're not responsible because guess what? If TLC wasn't there, she still would be doing it. Well, no, I don't know because she might not have the cash flow. But this is one dumb girl. She's a dummy. But anyway, allegedly, in my opinion. But anyway, y'all, that's the end of my review. Thank you all so much for being here. We will be back out tomorrow. And, well, I don't know now. I might be back out tomorrow. If not, I'll be out on Tuesday. And we'll be talking about Pillow Talk. And I'm hoping that it is as good as it was last week. For all of you all who missed Pillow Talk on Monday, it really is a good show, and I'm hoping that you all enjoy it. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Hopefully next week we'll be able to laugh about something. But this thing is it has just gotten so dark with all these couples. Ain't none of the couples, you know what I'm saying, doing anything that. Love y'all.